I know you've been super busy, eh?
It's been crazy busy.
Yeah.
But it's 'tis the season, right? It's springtime.
Yeah,
So.
that's the major move time for a lot of people, or at least they're purchasing homes and they want to, when June comes, the kids get out of school, they want to go and get into their new place and get settled away, right?
And the June, July, August, busiest closing months only because that's when people want to move in and get themselves settled for school.
That's right, and it's way nicer to do it in the summertime.
Absolutely.
That's why you're seeing a whole lot of activity now. The choices out there for people, well, they're pretty well endless. There's a lot going on these days, right?
Really is. Lots of choices on terms. Certainly a lot of customers feel that rates are on the rise, and interesting how some of them will call me and say, hey, Frank, like I'm selling my house in 2 years, so what's your 2-year rate? And I'll say, okay, well, here's my 2-year rate, but are you selling it and then just not buying another house? Oh, no, we'll buy another house. Well, then why would you open yourself up to, if you believe that rates are going up, why would you open up your mortgage to a higher interest rate at a time when you're probably going to go into a bigger mortgage?
Okay, what's their rationale, first of all, for saying, okay, I want a 2-year mortgage because I'm only keeping this house for 2 years?
Most people don't understand some of the things that come with a mortgage, including portability, transferability, where you can take the mortgage with you.
Yeah, that's when you hear the term. I heard it the first time a few years ago when I sold a house. It's port your mortgage. It means it's portable. You can move your mortgage from one house to another, even if there's differences in the cost or the mortgage amount. Right.
Right. That means the mortgage belongs to you, so it's tied to your property that you're in, and if you choose to leave one property and go to another one, you can actually pick up the mortgage and take it with you.
And that's without incurring penalties
or anything. Now, the property has to meet the lender's guidelines, but as long as you're buying your normal property, then
and usually in these cases, you're buying more expensive property, so the banks and the mortgage people don't mind that.
No, they don't mind that at all. Now, obviously, you're going to borrow more money if you're going to a more expensive house, so what happens at that point is that So let's say you need a $300,000 mortgage, and right now you've got a $200,000 mortgage.
For argument's sake, you're going to add $100,000 to that existing mortgage. What do they do if your rate's 3.99 and the new rate's 4.99?
Well, they blend the two rates together.
So you'd end up paying 4.5-ish.
Somewhere, and probably less, because the 200 would have been at the lower rate and only 100's at the higher rate.
Gotcha.
So it's even less than that.
So it'd be just over 4 in that case.
Which isn't bad. Again, that's why this 10-year mortgage that basically is on the board right now is so popular, because 3.89, a lot of customers are looking at it saying 3.89 for the next 10 years. Even if we sell our house 3 years from now, we're likely going to be in the high 3s, low 4s, even if we had to borrow more money, which is extremely attractive.
Yeah, and it's rare for people to sell their homes and not buy another one.
Correct.
Right?
Very
Unless
rare.
you're totally downsizing and moving to the cottage, or you got a trailer or something.
Right. You're absolutely right.
So it seems if there's a low rate, it would seem to me to get that for the longest period of time would be a reasonable thing to do.
Yep. If you believe that rates are going up, and most people do, then that's an absolutely brilliant way to do it and save yourself the headaches of worrying about what's going on in the economy.
Is there a big inventory out there?
I think right now there's a lot of listings out there. That being said, we've got a record number of customers that have been pre-approved. So there are people that are interested and looking to move out. I think there's been some uncertainty over the last month and a half with potential job losses, but overall, again, the city of Ottawa has always been a pretty stable market. So
yeah, and pre-approval is definitely a good way to go, right?
Pre-approval is the best way to go, because at least it gives you peace of mind. Yeah,
it's something you want your customers to have.
For sure.
Just makes you more comfortable in the decision-making process, correct? Because if I'm going in, I don't know if I can get that mortgage, I'm less likely to put
You're going in knowing what your numbers are. And what a true pre-approval does is, and I like to use worst-case scenarios and best-case scenarios for customers when they come in. Like if you fell in love with a price, a home in this price range, like this is what your payment would be. So you're going in with your eyes open, as opposed to wondering whether you would qualify for it.
Give you some confidence in knowing exactly what it is you can get with your money, and you don't have to spend it all, by the way.
Yeah. And my pre-approvals, by the way, when we do pre-approvals, we use their net income and not their gross income, as much as they qualify on gross income. I like to sit down with customers and say, what goes in your bank account every 2 weeks? Because that is what truly you have every 2 weeks. You don't have before tax money. You only have what actually goes in your bank account. So let's budget based on that.
Unless you're in a high tax bracket, Frank.
Huh. Like TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got a money-making machine over here. I'll print you a few bucks on your way.
Oh boy.
Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, great to be in.
Listen, if you have questions about what we talked about today, or any questions concerning mortgages, these are the guys to talk to. They're a great group, mortgagebrokersottawa.com. Go on the website and find out more. You may even get to talk to Frank. It could happen.